So going into 2020, both Darren and I thought, you know what? We're going to see a little bit of an increase in terms of crop protection product costs because there were tariffs. Well, we also had increasing overall costs in terms of manufacturing, and the thing wasn't looking very good. But what ended up happening is a lot of the big name companies came out with massive rebate programs, in part because their sales just were not very good in 2019. The biggest rebate program this year, and the biggest rebate program, quite frankly, we have ever seen in agriculture, is from Bayer. It's called Bayer Plus. We wanted to run through the details of that with you just a little bit today.
One thing that you didn't mention there, Brian, was that there are so many mergers and acquisitions that happened over the past few years that some of these companies, like Bayer, for example, who bought out Monsanto, they've got some shiny new toys to play with here and products that they could pair up that they've never had the chance to before.
Plus the fact that Valent threw a lot of their products into this particular program. So really the way the program works is fairly simple. If you buy one product, you get no rebates. If you buy two, then you get $3. 3, you get $3 on that third product. 4, you get $4 on that one product, on the fourth product by itself. And then if you buy a fifth product, that's $5. So theoretically, if you bought 5 products on an acre, on a single acre, that's $15 an acre rebate that you could get.
Well, a lot of times we'll have farmers say, those rebates are for the big farmers. This isn't just for the big farmer. This is for the small farmer too. I was just thinking about, wow, if you had 1,000 acres of crop ground, that could be $15,000, or 500 acres of crop ground, that could be $7,500 on products that you're probably using anyway, or using something very similar to.
Yep, but here's the way I like to look at it. If I can cut my chemical costs by 20% or 30%, now I'm super interested. In addition to having those 5 different products, you can match each one of those products up to Roundup and get $2 off that. So in effect, you can buy your Roundup for half price and buy it for equivalent of 5 acres worth if you are buying 5 different Bayer products. And for me, that's the thing that I have been most excited about. And I've even gone so far as to say, what would be wrong with buying 5 years worth of Roundup, buying 5 quarts of Roundup? If I can get that rebate money, I can buy it for half price, cheaper than even any generic has been in history.
Well, you're right about that, Brian, but it does kind of concern me a little bit because I think farmers get thinking about this as, well, it's a herbicide program. No, it's not just a herbicide rebate program. There are also fungicides in there, and good ones like Delaro and Prosaro and Stratego Yield. There's some excellent products there. There's insecticides on here as well. So it's really across the whole gamut of crop protection.
Yeah, as Darren mentions that, we talk about herbicides all the time here on the show, but usually it's the fungicide that's your very last decision you're going to make during the summer, where you say, okay, I got everything else done. Should I spray a fungicide or should I not? And usually how it ends up for us on our farm is we go, well, we've spent a lot of money and fungicides are expensive. I don't know if I want to do it. So I just had my notes here on if, let's just say, for example, you'd already bought 4 Bayer products. Now you're going to buy a 5th. What would that end up costing if it's your 5th product? Well, the full rate of, Darren mentioned Delaro, $7. The full rate of Stratego Yield, $4. I mean, really super crazy inexpensive at the end, and that's where I think a lot of people are going to jump into this thing. Now, as we're talking about, hey, all these rebates that Bayer has, we just want to make sure you understand a lot of other companies have rebate programs too. Corteva does. FMC has massive rebates. We told you already Valent is in on this program. There are a lot of rebates that you should look at, and then you can also say, well, how about the companies that don't have a lot of rebate programs? BASF cuts some of their rebates, but they dramatically reduce some of their pricing as well. So either way, I don't really care as a farmer. I just want my products to be less expensive, and they definitely are in a lot of cases here in 2020.
Well, there are some fantastic rebate programs. You definitely want to talk to your ag retailer about them to see how it fits for you. And as we've mentioned, this one ties in your 3rd, 4th, and 5th particular option, which could cover your whole crop protection gamut and save you a considerable amount of money for your farm.
Yeah, but keep in mind, there are a lot of other rebate programs out there too. We by no means are trying to influence you to say, hey, use all these Bayer products. We don't care what you use. We just want to make sure that you're aware of the different programs that are out there from every company so you can get the best possible deal this year on your crop protection products.
And unfortunately, you may need that really good deal if you have to control our Weed of the Week. We'll give you some great options coming up later in the show.